Ah, the world of consulting. It's like being a magician, but instead of pulling rabbits out of hats, you're pulling PowerPoint slides out of thin air. You know the drill. You walk into a meeting, and everyone expects you to have all the answers. But let's be real, half the time you're just as confused as they are. You nod along, scribbling notes like a mad scientist, while secretly Googling how to solve a consulting problem under the table. It's a high-stakes game of charades, and you're just trying to guess the right answer before the timer runs out. Now, let's talk about the clients. They come in with a problem that sounds like it was pulled straight from a soap opera. Our sales are down, our team is demotivated, and we can't find our office cat. You're sitting there thinking, did I sign up for a rescue mission or a consulting gig? But here's the kicker. They want a solution yesterday. So, you put on your best poker face and say, let's circle back to that, while internally panicking about how to turn this mess into a success story. And then there's the data. Oh, the glorious data. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, except the haystack is on fire, and the needle is actually a unicorn. You sift through spreadsheets that look like they were designed by a toddler on a sugar rush. You're trying to make sense of trends and patterns, but all you see are numbers dancing around like they're at a disco party. You can almost hear them laughing at you as you try to create a coherent strategy from this chaos. Finally, it's presentation time. You've spent hours crafting the perfect slides, but as you stand in front of the room, your mind goes blank. You start sweating like you're in a sauna, and suddenly you can't remember if you even know what a SWOT analysis is. You fumble through your notes, trying to sound confident while your brain is screaming, help. But then, you crack a joke about the office cat, and suddenly everyone's laughing. You realize that sometimes humor is the best way to connect, even in the most serious of consulting situations. After the meeting, you walk out feeling like a rock star, even if you were just winging it the whole time. You've survived another round in the consulting arena, and you can't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. Sure, you might not have solved every problem, but you've entertained a room full of people, and that's a win in itself. So, here's to the consulting life, where every day is a new adventure, and every problem is just another opportunity to flex those creative muscles. So picture this. Our company just landed a contract. Yes, you heard that right. We're not just talking about any contract. This is the kind that makes you want to do a little happy dance in the office. I mean, who doesn't love the smell of fresh paperwork? It's like the scent of victory, mixed with a hint of coffee and desperation. We've been working hard, and now it's time to celebrate. But wait, before we break out the confetti, let's remember that with great contracts come great responsibilities. And probably a lot of late nights, too. When the news broke, you should have seen the team's faces. It was like we had just won the lottery. But instead of cash, we got a pile of work. Everyone was high-fiving, and I swear I saw someone do a cartwheel. I mean, who knew we had gymnasts among us? But then reality hit, and we all remembered that this contract means we'll be glued to our desks for the next few months. So, and while we're excited, we're also preparing for the caffeine-fueled marathon ahead. I hope everyone's stocked up on snacks because we're going to need them. Now comes the fun part, planning. We gathered around the conference table, armed with sticky notes and a whiteboard that looked like it had been attacked by a rainbow. Ideas were flying everywhere. And I'm pretty sure we invented a few new words in the process. It's amazing how creative we can get when there's a deadline looming over us. But let's be real, half of those ideas were probably just ways to avoid actual work. What if we just send them a meme instead of a report? Genius, right? But in all seriousness, we're ready to tackle this project head on. Of course, no contract comes without its challenges. We're going to face hurdles, and I'm not just talking about the ones we can jump over. There will be late-night brainstorming sessions that turn into debates about the best pizza toppings. Spoiler alert, pineapple does not belong on pizza. And let's not forget the inevitable tech issues that will arise. You know, the ones that make you question your life choices while staring at a spinning wheel of doom. But hey, challenges are just opportunities in disguise, right? Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Once we conquer this contract, we're throwing a party. I'm talking about a full-blown celebration with cake, balloons, and maybe even a karaoke machine. Because what's better than belting out 80s hits after a long project? We'll toast to our hard work, our late nights, and the fact that we survived another round of corporate chaos. So let's buckle up, team. It's going to be a wild ride, but I have no doubt we'll come out on top. And when we do, the celebration will be legendary. You're sitting across from your partner, and they confidently declare, "All my work is original." Now, I don't know about you, but that's like a chef claiming their secret sauce is made from scratch, only to find out it's just ketchup and mustard mixed together. I mean, come on! Originality is a big word, and it's thrown around like confetti at a parade. But let's be real. How original can you be when you're using the same templates as everyone else? It's like saying you invented the wheel when all you did was paint it a different color. You've got to love the confidence, though. It's like they're trying to sell you a bridge in Brooklyn. Now let's dive into the copycat chronicles. You know, the saga of the partner who insists their work is unique, yet every time you look, it's like déjà vu. You see a post that looks suspiciously like that viral meme from last week, and you're left wondering, did they just change the font and call it a day? It's like they're playing a game of spot the difference, but forgot to change anything. I mean, if I had $1 for every time I saw a unique idea that was just a remix of someone else's work, I could probably buy that bridge. But hey, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? Just don't expect me to pay for the ticket. Let's talk about the art of rebranding. It's like putting a fancy bow on a gift that's already been opened. Your partner might say, "I've rebranded my work." But when you look closer, it's the same old stuff with a new label. It's like taking last year's fashion and slapping on a trendy hashtag. Sure, it looks fresh, but deep down, it's still last season's leftovers. And don't even get me started on the buzzwords. They'll throw around terms like disruptive and innovative, like they're confetti, but at the end of the day, it's still the same old song and dance. It's like trying to sell me a new car when it's just last year's model with a shiny new paint job. Now, here's a fun thought. What if we had an originality test? Imagine a world where every time someone claims their work is original, they have to take a quiz. Questions like, what's the source of your inspiration? Or can you name 3 people who did it first? It would be like a game show. And the prize? A lifetime supply of creativity. But let's be honest, most of us would probably fail that test. Because in the end, originality is a tricky beast. We're all influenced by something, whether it's a meme, a movie, or that one friend who always has the best ideas. So maybe we should just embrace the remix culture and stop pretending we're all pioneers. So what's the final word on originality? It's a mixed bag, really. We all want to believe we're unique snowflakes, but the truth is, we're all just variations of the same theme. And that's okay. Let's celebrate the creativity that comes from collaboration and inspiration, rather than pretending we're all lone geniuses. So the next time your partner claims their work is original, just smile and nod. Because in the grand scheme of things, we're all just trying to make our mark in a world full of copycats. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll all find that perfect blend of originality and inspiration that makes us truly stand out. All right, team, gather around. I know we're all excited to be here, and I promise this will be more fun than a cat video marathon. First things first, I want to thank each of you for joining this elite squad. We're not just a team. We're a family, one that occasionally argues over who gets the last donut in the break room. So let's get down to business. I have some instructions that will help us navigate this wild adventure together. Think of it as a treasure map. But instead of gold, we're hunting for success and maybe a few laughs along the way. Now, on to our mission. Picture this. We're like superheroes, but instead of capes, we wear our favorite hoodies. Our goal is to tackle the project at hand with the finesse of a cat landing on its feet. I need each of you to channel your inner superhero and bring your A game. Remember, every great mission starts with a plan, and I'm here to guide you through it. So if you see me wearing a cape, just know it's a metaphorical one. No actual capes allowed in the office. Let's talk roles. Each of you has a unique superpower that will contribute to our success. I want you to embrace your strengths like a kid embraces a giant slice of pizza. Whether you're the brainstorming wizard, the detail-oriented planner, or the social media guru, your role is crucial. I'll be assigning tasks that align with your skills, so don't worry if you're not a fan of spreadsheets. There's a place for everyone in this adventure. Just remember, teamwork makes the dream work, and we're all in this together. Now, let's discuss communication. It's like the glue that holds our superhero team together. I want you to feel free to share ideas, ask questions, or even throw in a meme or two for good measure. We're not just here to work. We're here to create an environment where everyone feels comfortable speaking up. If you have a brilliant idea, don't keep it to yourself. Share it like you would share your favorite snack, generously and with enthusiasm. Remember, no idea is too silly, and who knows, it might just be the next big thing. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a little motivation. Think of this project as a roller coaster ride. There will be ups, downs, and maybe a few unexpected twists. But together, we'll scream, laugh, and celebrate every victory, no matter how small. So, let's buckle up and get ready for an exhilarating journey. I believe in each of you, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish together. Now, let's go out there and make some magic happen. You know, there's a fine line between inspiration and outright copying. And I think we've all seen it crossed more times than we can count. Imagine your partner saying, "Hey, why don't you just take that viral TikTok dance and add a little twist? Maybe a moonwalk into a cartwheel?" It's like, sure, I can do that. But let's be real. If I wanted to be a human remix machine, I'd just get a DJ set and call it a day. The real challenge is to make it your own, right? But hey, if you can't beat them, just copy them with style. Who needs originality when you can just sprinkle a little glitter on someone else's work and call it a masterpiece? In today's world, we live in a copy-paste culture, and it's both hilarious and a little sad. I mean, have you ever noticed how many influencers are just variations of the same person? It's like a game of telephone gone wrong. One person posts a cute cat video, and suddenly every pet owner is out there trying to recreate it with their own furry friend. But let's be honest, Fluffy isn't as photogenic as Mr. Whiskers, and that's okay. The real comedy comes from the effort, right? Watching someone try to replicate a trend and failing spectacularly is the kind of content that keeps us all entertained. So let's embrace the chaos of copying and just have a good laugh. Now let's talk about the art of alteration. Your partner might suggest, "Why don't you take that meme and just change the caption?" And you're like, "Brilliant. I'll just swap out the cat for a dog and make it relatable to my life." It's like playing dress-up with someone else's ideas. But here's the kicker. Sometimes, the alterations are so ridiculous that they become a whole new trend. You might end up creating a meme that's even funnier than the original, and suddenly, you're the one going viral. It's a wild ride, but it's all in good fun. Just remember, if you're going to alter, make it outrageous. There's a fine line between being inspired and being a copycat, and it's a line that's often blurred. Your partner might say, "Just take that idea and run with it." But running with it can sometimes feel like a marathon of plagiarism. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you can take someone's idea and give it your own spin. Maybe you add a funny voiceover or a ridiculous twist that no one saw coming. The key is to make it uniquely yours while still giving a nod to the original. It's like a tribute band that actually brings something fresh to the table. So let's celebrate the art of inspiration without crossing into the realm of imitation. At the end of the day, the joy of remixing is what keeps social media alive and kicking. Your partner might encourage you to take a popular trend and just add your flair. And honestly, who doesn't love a good remix? It's like taking a classic song and turning it into a dance anthem. The beauty lies in the creativity that comes from altering something familiar into something new and exciting. So whether you're copying, altering, or just having a laugh, remember that the goal is to entertain and connect with others. Let's keep the humor alive in this wild world of social media, one hilarious remix at a time. So, picture this. Our team is gathered around the conference table, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to deliver some real value to our partner. And we've got ideas that could make even a cat video go viral. But then, our partner leans in, all serious, and says, "We want you to create something that's just a little less valuable." I mean, who says that? It's like asking a chef to serve a half-baked souffle. We're here to make magic, not mediocre content. But hey, we're professionals, right? So we nod and smile. But inside, we're all thinking, what is this, a comedy sketch? As we try to explain our vision, it's like talking to a brick wall. We're throwing out ideas like confetti at a parade, but our partner just keeps shaking their head. No, we want something simpler, they insist. Simpler? I mean, we could just film a potato rolling down a hill and call it a day. But no, they want us to strip away the creativity like it's a bad haircut. I can almost hear the sound of our artistic souls weeping in the background. It's like they're trying to order a gourmet meal but only want the breadsticks. Come on, people! Now we're in a bit of a pickle. Do we give in and serve them the blandest content imaginable? Or do we stand our ground and risk losing the partnership? It's like being asked to choose between a rock and a hard place, except the rock is a boring video, and the hard place is our integrity. We brainstorm ways to sneak in some value without them noticing, like hiding vegetables in a kid's meal. Maybe we can disguise a meaningful message in a meme. But then again, who are we kidding? They'll probably just want a cat meme instead. Finally, after what feels like an eternity of back and forth, we reach a compromise. We'll create something that's just a smidge more valuable than a potato rolling down a hill, but still not quite a Michelin star dish. It's like we're trying to bake a cake with half the ingredients. Sure, it'll be sweet, but will it rise? We're all secretly hoping that our partner will see the light and realize that real value is what keeps audiences coming back for more. But for now, we're stuck in this creative limbo, trying to make the best of a less-than-ideal situation. When the final product is delivered, it's a mix of relief and disappointment. We've managed to sprinkle in a few nuggets of wisdom, but it's still not the masterpiece we envisioned. It's like serving a gourmet meal that's been watered down. Our partner is thrilled, of course, because they got what they wanted. But deep down, we know we could have done better. As we watch the views trickle in, we can't help but chuckle at the irony. Sometimes, delivering real value feels like trying to convince someone that a salad is just as good as a cheeseburger. Spoiler alert, it's not! There's a certain finesse to copying someone else's work. It's like being a culinary chef who can't cook, but can definitely rearrange the ingredients on the plate. You take a project, change the color to something more vibrant, switch up the font to something trendy, and voila, you've got yourself a masterpiece. It's almost like being an artist, but instead of a canvas, you have a computer screen. Who knew that the secret to creativity was just a few clicks away? It's like playing dress-up for your documents, and honestly, who doesn't love a good makeover? Let's talk about colors for a second. You can take the dullest project and sprinkle some neon pink or electric blue on it, and suddenly it's a whole new vibe. It's like putting on a pair of funky sunglasses. Everything looks cooler. But here's the kicker. You can't just slap on a new color and call it a day. No! You have to act like you put in some serious thought. Maybe add a gradient here, a shadow there, and suddenly you're the Picasso of PowerPoint. Who knew that a little color could turn a snooze fest into a showstopper? Now let's dive into fonts. Oh, the endless possibilities. You can go from Times New Roman to Comic Sans and instantly change the tone of your entire project. It's like wearing a tuxedo to a barbecue or flip-flops to a wedding. Each font tells a story, and you want yours to scream, "I'm professional, but I also know how to have fun." So you spend hours scrolling through font options, pretending to be a typography expert. In reality, you just want something that looks good enough to distract from the fact that you didn't actually create anything original. After you've played with colors and fonts, it's time for the final touches. This is where the magic happens. You can add a few bullet points, maybe a pie chart that looks impressive, but means absolutely nothing. It's all about the presentation, right? You want to make it look like you poured your heart and soul into this project, even if you just spent an afternoon playing digital dress-up. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good pie chart? It's like the cherry on top of your copied sundae. Finally, the moment of truth arrives. You present your original work to the team, and everyone is nodding along, completely oblivious to the fact that you've just played a game of copy and paste with a splash of creativity. You sit back, basking in the glory of your hard work, while secretly chuckling at the absurdity of it all. It's a wild ride, this world of project copying, but hey, if it gets the job done and brings a smile to your face, why not? Just remember, the next time you're in a creative rut, a little color and a new font can go a long way. So, picture this. You're working late at the office, and your partner strolls in with that mischievous grin. You know the one. They've just finished a project that you both worked on. But instead of sharing the glory, they decide to take it solo. They tell you they're going to present it to the client as their own original work. I mean, who needs teamwork when you can just ride the coattails of someone else's effort, right? It's like showing up to a potluck with a store-bought cake and claiming you baked it yourself. Classic. Fast forward to the client meeting. Your partner is up there, confidently presenting the work, and you're sitting in the back, cringing. They're throwing around buzzwords like they invented them. And you can't help but think, did they really just say that? It's like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, except the rabbit is your hard work, and the hat is a big old lie. You're half expecting the client to ask for the secret behind the magic, and your partner just smiles, basking in the glory of their original creation. After the meeting, your partner is riding high on the compliments, and you're left wondering if you should confront them or just let it slide. But then you think, what if the client finds out? It's like a ticking time bomb of awkwardness. You can already picture the moment when they ask for the original files, and your partner's face goes pale. It's a comedy of errors waiting to happen, and you're just the unfortunate audience member who knows the punchline. Finally, you can't hold it in anymore. You confront your partner, and it's like a scene from a sitcom. They try to play it off, saying, "Oh, come on. It's all in good fun." But you're not laughing. You remind them that honesty is the best policy, especially in the world of business. They look at you like you just suggested they wear socks with sandals. It's a classic case of I thought we were in this together. And now you're left feeling like the sidekick in a superhero movie who didn't get the memo about the powers. In the end, you both learn a valuable lesson. Sure, it's tempting to take the easy route and claim someone else's work, but the truth always comes out. And when it does, it's not just your reputation on the line. It's your partner's too. So next time, maybe just share the credit. After all, teamwork makes the dream work, and who doesn't want to be the hero of their own story? Plus, it's way more fun to celebrate success together than to cringe in silence when the truth comes out.